goes on. But he observes, Beam observes that Som, most of them, after every 2 hours would be taking one break, half an hour break, relaxing. Don't know what was happening, but Beam was observing that, but he didn't want it to stop. He saw Som taking a break every 2 hours for an half an hour. And Beam was much confident now, saying, hey, I'm going to knock off more trees and win the competition. So competition goes on, and ultimately the counting begins in the evening. The time gets over, and the counting begins. For the surprise of everybody, everybody, or at least Beam would have thought he would have won. But actually, he saw the count of Som, the number of trees were double than what Beam did. So he was completely astonished and,
Please go ahead, sir.
Mr. Naveen, your voice is not coming.
Screen freeze ಆಗೋಯ್ತು sir.
Shekhar, can you call him and check?
Yes, sir. He's coming, sir. He's coming on the line, sir.
Yeah, I don't know why it got disconnected.
Please, sir, continue, sir.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You can?
No,
Video is not there, sir. You
Okay.
have switched off the
So
video, sir.
let me.
You need to, now it is
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Now it is okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think you have switched off your
Okay.
video, sir.
Video.
Yeah. Your video is not coming. And now it's okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I switched into the presentation mode. My
Okay,
pad.
sir. Fine, sir.
So let's move forward.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Okay, I don't know where I lost, but then I was talking about ultimately Som's, the result was double than that of Beam, even though he had more power, but Som used the time of that every break into sharpening his axe, right? So here are some skills that you should look at, which is going to help your company or organization grow and maybe even double its revenues and growth, right? So that's one story that I wanted to share, and how you could utilize the time of this lockdown effectively. One, I think you should clear some of your backlog, complaining that no time, right? So now is the time. Second is how are we going to hone some skills, new skills, which could help organization grow. Third is that what is that we can do something right now which could be an opportunity for us to make a difference, right? So that should be our goal. With that, let me share one of the growth hack. The growth hack is about as inspiration. Find a worthy problem that inspires you to solve. That's the growth hack number one, right? So find a worthy problem that inspires you to solve. So let me move to the motivation shot number 2. Shot number 2 is having a goal is ordinary. Having a goal is ordinary. Your actions helping you reach the goal in the most innovative way is extraordinary. Now you have to not only have goals, you need to not create one, also actionize it and do it innovatively, right? So when I say this, some of you might be thinking, innovation, at this point in time, what do you mean innovation? We are locked down, right? So ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಇದೆ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಜುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಗೆವು ಅನ್ನೋ. Innovation for many of them is like that malgevu, as if it's a luxury. Actually, it is not. In fact, it is a necessity, right? This is the time and opportunity for you to look at and consider how to innovate. Let me help you. The hack number 2 is innovation. What is this innovation? Innovation is just about making something better, or doing something different, or creating something new. Okay? So I repeat, innovation is as simple as make something better, or do something different, or create something new. So let me give an example. Okay? So that might help you. Currently, if you look at, because of the COVID-19, and one of the best ways is social distance. However, some movement is going to be there. You'll have to step out. You'll have to bring groceries. You'll have to go out for essentials. So it's better that, you wear a mask, right? So that, these little virus does not penetrate through your nose and mouth. And that's the way it is affecting the most. So simple, right? Now imagine if you already are into some mask manufacturing, as MSME is into mask manufacturing and so on. So now it is important that we understand the properties of the COVID-19 virus, the coronavirus, and if there are few things which can be done in a better way, so you produce better masks, or the masks which will help during this season. Obviously, you are in relevant and you are into business, and then you get even permissions for you to be operational, right? Including staff and machinery, and your factories could be running because it is essential. This is an example of doing something better, right? Same way, do something different. For example, I was giving this as an input to one of the garment manufacturing, inner garment of women. So the bra manufacturing, right? If you look at with a little difference, because the cups are already made and there is elastic, there are many things already in place, but you need to change the design a little, and there will be new set of masks which are possible. And already this material, for example, is proven to be skin friendly, it can breathe, and it is very comfortable. So many things are already there, but with a little difference in thinking and a small change in the design, you will be able to produce masks which are useful. Again, it's an example for doing something different. In automobile industry, most and I was formations of how Tesla is today. They said they're producing ventilators, and most of the parts of what Tesla car is doing, all automobile industry components are used to create ventilators, and it's going to be mass produced now, and majority of it is already by the same vendors who are providing the components for automobile is going to be used. If you see how they are doing something different by using the same components and
Sir, voice is not coming.
Voice is not coming.
Just please hold on. Mr. Naveen Lokur is reconnecting. I think today we are having a lot of technical problems. Please bear with us.
There are people, sir, their videos are on. Request all everyone to switch off your video. That will take lesser bandwidth and solve this problem automatically. I request everyone to mute your video too.
Sir, audio video both is not there, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is not there, sir. If you can reconnect, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear from your side, sir, but it is from your side, it is audio is muted. If you can reconnect it, it will connect back, sir. About 3-4 minutes ago, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I'm. Looks like I went on speaking, not realizing that you were all disconnected. I don't know when you last heard, and what did you last hear?
It was the mask making.
Second
Oh.
point of the mask making.
Second
After
He
point.
gave the example of
auto in Japan is Tesla auto making.
Okay, fine. It's not Japanese, it's the American. So can you see the screen also?
Yeah, screen is
Yes, screen is seen.
Okay. The quote that says, a smooth ride. So anyway, I think we were still here on innovation. I went on. I was there in the next slide altogether. So yeah, I was giving an example of Tesla. You know what they've done as an automobile company, that they are the world's leading electric car manufacturing company. And when America is going through what it is going through of the challenging times now, so their engineers have come out with a design which uses maximum number of existing components of the car, and the same set of suppliers who are subcontracted, and they manufacture components will be able to continue to supply. And with that, they have created ventilators which would be very useful at this point in time. A beautiful design, simple one, and most of it is repurposed from the same existing components which they are using for cars. And millions of pieces might be required, is what is their estimation, and the call from their own president, right? If you see, they are able to do something different. And I was giving an example of how Anand Mahindra of Mahindra are doing it. And so they've figured that out. And then obviously their own component manufacturers as MSMEs would also be able to participate in work during this lockdown too, because they are an exceptional category, because it is in essentials now, right? So how do you do something different? Third is that create something new. I was just thinking, taking the example of mask, and I've been a lover of nature. I go on treks. I love walking in Himalayas. And when I've done that, we carry something called as ponchos. It's like a raincoat. Quickly, you never know how the weather would be, the germs, or it could be because of the rain. Suddenly it would. So quickly you need to pull out the poncho, wear on you. You can just sneak into it. It's like that raincoat, okay? But the material is of that kind that can take that weather and protect from the germs and the water. So just imagine now with a helmet manufacturer uses this poncho concept as an integrated along with the helmet. As an MSME, if somebody is manufacturing helmet, now they have to fix the poncho to it, and it will become a PPE, which is equivalent to going out, and even the warriors would be able to use it, because a full face helmet with the poncho, you are ready to go out. So creating something new, right? I'm sure the textile industry will reinvent, and burqas will be the new style for us to walk outside, right? So there's going to be a lot of new things which is going to happen. And because Corona is not going to just go away, it's going to live. It's been there, and it's going to live. We are going to co-live. If only we have to do that, then how are we equipping ourselves? What are the new things that we can do to maintain and do our work and get back into action, right? So innovation is the way to handle the current situation, and with the time in your hands. So growth hack number 2, innovation. So with that, let me move to the short number 3. Are you able to hear me? Let me ask after every short.
We can hear you, sir, but the screen is not shared.
Oh. So
PPT screen.
So again, I
And your all video is also switched off, sir.
I've been doing so many sessions, and
The
today,
screen is on, sir.
yeah, this is the screen is on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is shot number 3. A smooth ride towards success is ordinary. Springing back from failure to success is extraordinary. That's exactly what's happening to our own presentation today. So it's not been as smooth as what we would wish to, and but every time it happens, we are springing back ourselves, right? Every entrepreneur, MSME members are a clear demonstration. They understand that it's not going to be a smooth ride, never been that for them, and even in the future, when the challenges come, they figure out ways to spring back and do something even better, right? And even while creating something new, they will find ways to grow, and you will find ways to grow, right? It's just that you have to be that little extra. So challenges are a part and parcel of life, you know. And again, one old Kannada saying, there is a gade which says, "Tondre manushyanige bardira maraka baratte." They used to say that, you know, when problems, if challenges are going to come, if not for humans, would it come for trees? Probably so much of problem has come for the trees. God had to say, you know, these guys are trying very hard as humans to beat the whole the proverb. And there is also another proverb, Veda sulladru gade sullagala anta. So maybe we are trying hard to make it not as it is, but you know, God is saying, no, it is always true. So here is a challenge for you all. Take it up and grow. So challenge worth taken. So let's use the time well. So springing back from failure to success is extraordinary. So what are those which will help us? You know, hack number 3, principles. That is what is going to help us. Your human values will lift you up and help you reach new heights every time you fail, every time you fall, right? So it is the human values. What is your character today? And what do you want to do? How do you want to help? How do you want to support? And what is that you can do with your time? All of these, your attitude is all those principles, which is what is going to shape you and help all of us to move forward, right? So human values. And the best is, Indians can easily understand and relate to this. And this is the time we have to put it and show the best way to run business is through human values, and human values to be in the forefront, and the whole world is going to watch us. Because if you really look at, well, this is a lean time now, challenging time, but it's not going to be the same throughout our life, right? One or the other day, it has to come back, or it has to become operational. We will figure out ways on how to protect or even to move, even with COVID being there. And there are enough number of recoveries which is happening, which is also very positive. And there will be vaccines which is going to come. So, and many MSMEs are going to play a role. After that, especially India, the whole world would be looking up to India, because the supplies, be it from the mask to the medicines to the machines, all of it, there will be huge amount of dependency on India. If we can really ride this low in a right way, we will get the opportunity to ride the up wave also, right? So it's what determines is the principles. So let me move to shot number 4. Can you see this slide of mine?
Yes, sir.
And it says, you caring for your customer is ordinary. Your customer caring for you is extraordinary, right? I'm sure you would be even wondering, you know, what is going to happen to your customers, and will they really buy from us? Will they give us orders? Will there be enough market? So many concerns would be there. It is natural. But tell me, how many of you during this lockdown time, have truly reached out to all your customers or contacts of your customers and checked about their whereabouts, how they are doing, what they are doing, and during the lockdown, how are they spending their time, and is there any ideas that can be, I'm sure some of you would have done. If you have not done, I think that's the minimum, a little extra that you should do. But you know what? Extraordinary would be those that you took care of your customers so well. Like, for example, Mahendras, when they are manufacturing the ventilators now, if at all, they could have thought about you and called you and said, you know what, you've been manufacturing auto components for us. Why not this one? Because we want to manufacture ventilators now. So can you help us? So did you receive any calls? If not, I think first thing, you should start calling your customers. Be in touch with them. Understand what they are doing. Share some ideas. Let them also share their thoughts. They should remember you, that you are there. And they should actually work for you. That is the way it is going to happen, even amongst your own selves, right? That's a story of possible shot, right? You know, what's the hack story here? The growth hack number 4, collaboration. Leverage is the new rule for business acceleration. You want to grow, as example, Laghu Udyog Bharati itself is a body, and there is the leverage possibility already there, right? So, but are you leveraging, including your own customer, right? They should consider you as against anything, and they should count on you, right? And you might even be qualified for you to be operational just because they are innovating. If only you are a part of their team. So be there and collaborate. Keep looking for opportunities to collaborate, because 1 + 1 can become 11, not just 2, right? It's all about how we see. So, and what we do with it, right? So 1 + 1 can be 11, so leverage. Hack, next motivation shot, which is reading news. That's good, is ordinary. Creating news, that's good, is extraordinary. In fact, in today's times, challenging time, there is a little extra talk also happening. So they are creating new news. Can we mute them?
Please mute your audio, please.
No, they wouldn't know. You
because
can
I'm
mute
unable
all.
to do it from here, sir.
Oh, and they would not even know because they are speaking to somebody else. Okay, so when I said, you know, today, in today's challenging time, even to read a news is like so scary of what is happening. It's all filled with a lot of bad news, right? But on the other hand, this is the time, and if we can be a little extra over a time, if our efforts and the attitude and the resource that God has equally created for all of us, and the challenge is also equal to all of us, right? If we put in our effort now and have the right mindset and create some good skill set and innovate and work towards it, put action, and I'm sure we will be able to create some good news that the world would see and appreciate, right? So that's exactly what we are all should be doing, and we are all capable of doing, and we should take this as an opportunity. And if you really look at many companies which is shine, it is after some challenge is when they really shine. If you take a policy change as demonetization in India, majority was crying, but Paytm shot up to one of the top companies in India. So there was a challenge, and they saw it as an opportunity, and they had something to provide, right? And a small entrepreneur shot on to become one of the leading, unicorn companies in the world, right? Same way, who knows if this challenge, which has come equally, can motivate you to do something and figure out an opportunity and ride on it and do it well, execute it well. who knows, you might create a good news that others should be proud of you and your team, right? So what is that growth hack? And one nature's law I would want to share. There is one law of nature which says 95% of the wealth in the world is with 5% of the population in the world. 95% of the wealth is with 5% of the population in the world. So that is one nature's law. Another law is there which says you take all the wealth, distribute equally to all of them in this world. It takes only 5 years, again, for 5% of the population to hold 95% of the wealth. Okay, so it just takes 5 years. So same here, resource of time is equal to all in this world. COVID is treating equal to all. Coronavirus is not discriminating. It's equal to all. But it just takes 5 years for people to thrive. Can you be in that 5%? Is what every MSME I would wish and appeal to consider, think, contemplate, and work towards, right? What is the hack number 5? Performance. 3 things. Courage
The
to be.
screen is not shared, sir.
Oh.
Hack number 5 screen is not there. Yes.
Is it visible now?
Yes, now it is okay, sir.
Okay. So hack number 5, performance. One is about courage to be in business. As MSME, you are already courageous. You've been in business. So now, how do you develop that courage further to stay in business? Consistency in performance. When these challenges comes, is the true test of character. And how do you use that? And how do you make sure that you work towards springing back? Opportunities are going to be umpteen. In fact, actually, there is going to be a huge growth if only you stay in business, and if you have built the capacity to stay in business for long enough, right? With that, I would like to go to the next one to just say that, to remind you all that you are extraordinary, continue to be a little extra. That's my little presentation with all that challenges that we faced during this presentation also, the ups and downs that we had, but we are tough people, never let it go, will not lose our spirit, nor the enthusiasm. We will come back and keep doing this, right? And that's exactly what we have done here, even during this session. At the same time, you all have been demonstrating of being a little extra. The concept is, it's called, maybe it is new to you, but you have been using this, you've been demonstrating this. Be it Mr. Bojraj, who interacted with me, and when I said 4 to 5, every day you fix, it will happen. Shabdam Brahmam, when you say it will happen. And I'm proud that, you all as a team have made this happen. And second is Shekhar. Come what may, ups and downs, challenges, it's new, but you've learned the new skill. A lot of you might be even new to virtual meetings, but you're doing it today, right? It's a new skill, maybe helpful. So you have been demonstrating a little extra, and this is the time for you to know that you are extraordinary and continue to be a little extra. India and the world needs you as a MSME is the force which will not only help sail through COVID challenge, it will help sail through any challenge in the world, right? So best wishes, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you all.
Before I open the floor to everybody, so there is a question from First Choice Ashwini. How can service industry people can go the extra mile?
Yeah, service industry again.
So you can switch off your screen, that is share screen, and you can come on audio, sir. Video, okay. Yeah, video. Okay.
Let me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So service industry also, so again depends. If you want to share or split the time, what we have all of us equally now is the time, right? So some of it could be super short-term goals that you can have, or short-term, medium-term, long-term, and a very long-term, super long-term goals, right? You have to, if it is service industry, again, it is are we short-term into? There is a possibility. For example, if you take Dunzo, is into service. If you take Swiggy, is into service. But what they did is they had to do a little situation. We said this, right? One is do something better, or do something different, or create something new. So those are service industries. What they did was pivoted a little, repurposed, and for the current challenge which is there, they're already in service, right? So because they're able to remodel and back into action for delivering grocery on essentials. So it's an example of service. You need to, and for each one, there could be a possibility. Not necessarily all have to. Some of them, by force, they should not necessarily align to this for. In fact, they should be thinking, if they already know their model and business is the way it should be run even after the COVID lockdown, then it is better for them to utilize to build new skills or try to do something new right now. All right. So it varies from company to company. Services, yes, there is opportunity, and there will be a lot more opportunities in the future, but we need to innovate, because localization will be big. There will be options and opportunities on how do you really service is going to face a lot of challenge. But if we innovate, maybe that will differentiate, and it will help you to be identified, and you can thrive, right? So service industry will have its heydays soon.
Sir, there's another question from Mr. Gaurav Shenoy. He says, I think you mentioned that
yes,
going forward from this lockdown, the growth demand in the industrial sector is going to be huge. Can you please throw some more light on this statement?
Yeah. One of the study which has been there now, when you track, most of the developed countries are actually going through this COVID challenge in a very big way. The number of deaths, the challenges which they are having is much higher than what India is going through. On the other hand, none of these countries, most of their manufacturing and productions is all gone out of their countries. And for them to establish quickly, it's not easy. And at the same time, they don't have the enough manpower for all their requirements. Today, everybody is just dealing with how do we protect from coronavirus. But there's a lot of effort which is going in related to corona and non-corona also. Non-corona might be smaller now, but after the corona thing comes into some kind of control, there is going to be a huge demand for others from other countries too. And already if you see, Taiwan is gearing up for it. If you look at Malaysia is bidding for deals. Japan is requiring a lot of things, but they've always been dependent because manufacturing and production is all been outside. And you can imagine about America. So if you look at these, there has to be production capacity for them to start their own, because first of all, they're not doing it now. For all that to happen, it's going to take few years. And who's going to fulfill them? If we stay safe and we follow the guidelines and prepare during this time, sharpen our axis, India is going to get phenomenal opportunity. But can you stay relevant? Can you stay, or can you pivot? Are you open for new thoughts? Are you, like Anand Mahendra, are you open to see how your manufacturing unit can be utilized for something relevant and useful now, right? So that's what is the attitude, and resource management, planning, all of that is going to be important, right? If we can, India will have the opportunity for the phenomenal growth. Even our economy, which we have been talking about, 5 trillion in by 2024, we can easily achieve because of, thanks to Corona, which actually is making us all think, how do you Corona, right? And India has an edge because that, you know, the virus, coronavirus, the true antivirus for is it that Karunya, that Karuna, right? Which Indians can easily understand, and the world needs that. Along with your product, that Karuna and Karunya could make us so different that the world would want us.
Okay, sir. There's a compliment for you, sir. Mr. Yagnesh says, I will print all 5 shots as posters and have it displayed in my office with your permission.
Nice, really nice, but not those pictures, because those are part of the IP. And of course, all of these are also available in the book, a little extra. And really appreciate that thought, and really nice that, you know, it is touched and inspires. So 5 shots of inspiration
Only
and
shots,
motivation.
sir. Only shots.
And the messages are the more important ones, that you put it into action and practice. So I wish you know, all the MSMEs to really utilize this challenging time as an opportunity for creating big impact, right? Because you're all extraordinary people.
And Mr. Sandeep asks you, sir, what are the new challenges that are going to appear after business reopens for MSMEs?
There are many challenges which I think we'll all have to experience it, but some which can be foreseen. For MSME, I think some sectors will start booming very quickly. And can you figure out, are you part of that, or are you not part of that? Even to know is a challenge for MSME. And it all depends on, because most of MSMEs are subcontractors or manufacturing outsourced and so on. So you will have to stay close to your customers and also stay close to what the market would want. Not necessarily depending only on one sole customer. And the challenge would be, if you've been so used to doing everything just for one customer, then how do you figure out, find new customer? That is going to be another challenge. The third challenge is going to be, many businesses, the way it operates would be very different because of the restrictions, the logistics, and but at the same time, it might create new opportunities, right? So one example I'll give you of one of the MSME where I've been coaching. I'm an advisor to this company. So here they've been manufacturing equipment for purifying air. Okay, and they've been giving it to cement factories, malls, and different locations where a lot of people do come. And their solution was also implemented during this, Delhi Airtel Marathon. But if you look at now, what I was saying is, it has the potential to purify air. Can it also help prevent from COVID? If it is in the air, how can it subside that quickly? So they have very quickly worked from home and created a model. Maybe in next few weeks, they're going to release that product too, right? And they're getting an approval for that. So if you really look at, the challenge would be knowing what exactly would the market need now in the short term, medium term, and also to able to cater and stay relevant is the biggest challenge that I see. That figuring out that and staying relevant.
There's another question from Mr. Ashwin. Advertising, printing, and marketing industry. What's the future post-COVID, sir? And there is an add-on question also about event management, service industry in event management.
Yes. Yes. This industry, these two that you mentioned, would have to definitely reinvent. There's no question that is there a need for it. There will be need, but the way it is delivered, just the way we would have done, I was part of this Tech Bharat 2020. I even spoke there. And it was all about, my topic was on valuation and intellectual property. I was anchoring that thing, gave a talk and also moderated that. If you look at the valuation is going to go up only if you are creating enough new intellectual property which can deal with current situation. So the marketing, event management also is going to move a lot digital in the time being. And if at all, it is going to help for those businesses to make themselves relevant. Yes, they are the other side of the coin. It is required. But are you open for doing it new way and not the same old way? See, the time itself is going to be redefined from now. We are all being used to, as we studied history, we did say, there was a 0th year, which nobody talks about. We say BC and AD. BC is before Christ, AD is after death. That was 2,220 years ago. From now, 2020 is the new 0 year. It has 2 zeros in it. New 0 year. BC would mean before Corona. AD would mean after death. Not necessarily after the death of Corona. Corona is not going to die. It's going to stay, but it's mutating. Maybe it's mellowing down, and we will co-live like many other viruses which is there. So after the death of our business, or after, can you make that as a growth story, right? Else we are dead. So you have to innovate, and there is opportunity if only you know how to cater to the new way, new generation from now.
Mr. Vadiraj Nadig asks you, sir, is this right time to start supplementary food products, which helps for health for modern era?
Again, see, starting a new business, if it is a new business, then you'll have to first figure out, is it for you? Are you starting it only for this short term during the surge in the demand? Or is it because that is your passion? Even after 20 years, would you want to be doing it? So first you'll have to discriminate between the two. And the answer is going to be very different if it is super short term versus short term, or if it is a long term. So I assume if they are wanting to start a new business, that self-assessment is required. Second, after the self-assessment, if it is a short term, they should not get into big capital and letting go of what they are doing, but they can still stay relevant now because of that current business and the need and the demand which is there. If only they know how to cater to. It's not the production today. The challenge of agriculture or these food products is being logistics. So it is important that we innovate on this side too.
Okay. There's a macro question to you, sir, from Girish Gumaste. All micro and small industries are under tremendous pressure and stress as they are unable to understand how to go ahead once the lockdown is open. Any suggestion from you, sir?
So they say 21 days is a long period, right? Now it is already, or it's an optimal period that anything that what we do become a habit. And now it is extended till 3rd May. Now, whatever you do should be in that way that after the lockdown is open, it's nothing new for you, right? So already get into that mode without physically having to go out. Are you in action? Are you doing something? you have to stay keep your gray cells active and do something, contribute meaningfully, and stay active, so that when the lockdown opens, it's just an opportunity and freedom to move around, but it's not like you're figuring out what you want to be doing.
Request all of you to please keep your audio muted, please. We have been repeatedly saying that and nobody is listening. Sir, there is another question from Gaurav Shenoy. Since China is now slowly getting back on its feet, do you think India will have a chance to stand against China in the large capacity manufacturing?
There are, the ifs and the buts, but definitely one thing is we need to innovate. Okay, manufacturing in large volumes, we might.
Mr. Yogesh?
Yeah, sir.
Please switch off your audio. I'm unable to do it from here. Important session is going on.
Okay, sir.
And so one of the, I think, with respect to matching China's capacity, they're already there, right? But at the same time, there will be a lot more caution. At the same time, if there are alternates available, see, we can't stop that, and they are already back into action, which will continue. And it's not that, they will be able to cater to all the demand in the world. At the same time, we should look at differentiating also. Even if we are not as affordable as the Chinese product, still somebody should be willing to pay the price and buy it from us. Can we differentiate? Can we make it meaningful and useful, affordable, and price need not be the war that we'll have to wage and win.
Sir, there is a question from Mr. The name is not very clear. Would you please elaborate how the industries in other countries are managing right now? Are they completely locked down or working partially or less with less workforce?
Actually, in fact, we are very lucky. In India, the lockdown in a way, number of days and financial capital, right, for the world. They've already announced lockdown till 29th or 30th of June. Okay, already announced, right? And see, here many times we are all struggling, feeling bad that the lockdown has happened. And it was the same in New York until now. Families have started experiencing within their own. Day before yesterday, I was in call or in a session where the CMO of TCS from Sunil Robert, he was speaking from New York, and he was in the session. And then he said, see, until now, we were hearing that people are dying and there is a problem, COVID, lockdown, all that. And he said his wife's colleagues, his wife teaches in a school, and 3 colleagues, teachers from her school have died, passed away now of corona. Until it hits somebody, they would not understand the impact of it. So now actually the most important is, are we fit enough? Are we in the game? We might be slow, but we will have enough time to catch up if you have life, right? So we have to be first giving priority to the health and for what needs to be taken care, even for our people, employees, and so on, so that they are safe. And if we are head is above the water, then there is a chance of survival. Otherwise, you're drowned, right? So if you look at the sensitivity in most of the developed countries, all of them are in lockdown. Even the semi-lockdown is more only for the essentials And some countries, I mean, no other country is as populated and densely populated as India. And actually, that way, hats off to Indians and the way we have conducted ourselves and the way we have been patiently following the guidelines also. Exceptions are going to be there, but majority have followed, and this is all going to be helping us for rebuilding, your business and the nation. See, it's more important for Indians to stay safe and stay healthy, so that the whole world needs our help now, for manufacturing to service to production to literally all products and services. They would depend heavily on India if we can cater to. We can't afford to fall sick. And if we do, not only we are doing injustice to ourselves, our families, and our employees, but actually we are going to let go of phenomenal opportunity the world God is given, because naturally we have better immunity power, and we are benefited out of our personal hygienes, that at home we wash hands before eating food, we wash hands before or after, even using in the morning bathrooms. And if you look at and the kind of food that we eat is cooked and with Ayurveda in a way that all the food that we take, so naturally our immunity levels are much better and we are better equipped. So we just have to utilize this time. Lockdown is natural all over the world, and it is about how quickly can we get back into action, even in a limited way, if we really follow. That is what I feel. When the lockdown is going to get reduced, it is going to happen in phases. And second is that if at all we lose discipline, and that might call in for one major again lockdown in the future. So we should not get into that phase. If you study the Spanish flu, based on that, what WHO has recommended or predicted is that when the lockdown is released, suddenly there is going to be a spike of the virus outbreak. And because of that, there is a need for an extended period of lockdown again, compulsory, and it will be much stricter. If we actually follow it well now, we can avoid that. So we need to be cautious about it.
So Mr. Kane, Prasanna is asking you a bit of an outlook kind of a question. Which are the sectors having a good scope for growth post-COVID?
Post-COVID, you see, some people for COVID-related itself business, anything which could help in sustaining, preventing, and all in that healthcare itself is going to be one big segment, because COVID is impacted corely to the healthcare, and healthcare sector is going to grow phenomenally well. And again, how do you innovate there? Because I've done many sessions for healthcare, and there are different sectors or areas of innovation in healthcare. So that's a space by itself. That is one sector which is going to grow. And can we cater to it? Are we going to be part of it? Yes. Second sector which is going to continue is going to be health education. Education is different ways of learning, the online education, so virtual. So there is going to be a huge scope for that. New, when I say growth, the travel, these are the ones which in a midterm or to almost 2 years, there is going to be a lot of curtailment, and people would be worried, not just because they're worried about their own health, right? If you take, let's draw a parallel to what happened in 9/11. 9/11, after the blast of the Twin Towers, did we ever imagine the amount of security norms in the airports, which is which we all had to literally get aligned to the new way. And so many equipments, new process, methods, everything came into existence post 9/11, right? So like that, post COVID, every industry would have that common association. There will be need for security check will be very different. They're not going to check for RDX or some tools or equipment somebody would carry in their pocket. They would be worried, are you a corona carrier, right? So like that, from their detection, prevention, every sector is going to get impacted, and growth will happen if only we know how to repurpose. One way to repurpose is related to COVID. If we can bring our business in line with that, next 2 years, it's going to be continuing for growth and different opportunities. The other is non-COVID related, but it is, you have to innovate for the new way of doing, then all sectors will have opportunity.
We can take one last question from the open house. Please go ahead, anybody.
Sir, one question from my side.
Please
Am
go
I
ahead, sir.
audible to you?
Please go ahead, sir. Please ask the question.
Yeah. Sir, I am Prakash Murthy. I am from Chocolate, and we are into the field of chocolate selling. We have a kiosk outlets in almost all the malls in Hyderabad. What would be the post lockdown? The flow of public would be remain the same, or it would go down?
Okay. So first of all, nice to hear that you are into chocolate business. I love chocolates. So
thank you, sir.
At the same time, I want to give you a piece of data. During every recession, there are few in the world over. This is world statistics. There are few businesses which shoots up during every recession. One, definitely among the top 3 is chocolate business. Did you know that? And even today, during the lockdown, whatever chocolates were there available in the stores, which is open and so on, the first item which got sold out was chocolates. Okay, so that's good news for you. On the other hand, if the malls is where your main outlets are, see, malls will take a little time from being fully operational. Okay, you would have 2 challenges, right? One challenge, mall being operational. When will that be operational? Even though after in phased manner, if we open lockdown, malls are not the ones which will be the first among those. The reason is, until we have personal protection equipments better and discipline of people and the process within the malls and so on needs to come. So it's going to happen in phases. And second challenge there is that, people wanting to get into the mall to really spend time will also take some time. It's because we have got out of that habit, and it will take some time, and also the fear being there, right? So knowing that, what can you do? Definitely this is going to be in demand to figure that it is made available. Even as part of groceries, if it is a premium chocolate, how do you position it? Somebody was asking, is there a need and opportunity for marketing and events? See, here they are seeing one opportunity. They have to see this as an opportunity, because here Mr. Prakash has a challenge of, he knows how to produce beautiful, wonderfully tasting chocolates, but he does not know post-COVID, how do I reach out to people? And if it is not available through malls, how is it going to be made available for the tongues which is looking forward for it, right? Here is an opportunity for you to market and create such events such that these, and also ways of delivering these chocolates from the factory to the mouth, right? So that's the opportunity too, right? Mr. Prakash, best wishes, and make make everybody sweet.
Thank you very much, sir, for such
Sir,
an
I just have a
enlightening talk.
final question.
Yeah, please go ahead, Mr. Srinivas Prasad.
Sir, hi, Prasad here, Srinivas Prasad. Sir, I really appreciate your session. It was wonderful. I request you to have a very frequent sessions like this, as long as you know, as much as possible. I do understand your availability constraints. Please do give us more time, and we would like to clarify all the doubts. And with more apt, specific examples, that would be wonderful.
Actually, I've been a supporter for Laghu Udyog Bharti, and I love the people who are there in the organization, like our Shekhar now who is coordinating, making this happen, and Bojraj. What a personality! Such a humble, simple man. So it is so hard to say no to anything that he would ask, right? So that is the personality that he is. And my friend Karan, who has put in more effort. He was the first one who actually recommended this kind of a session. And also, ours should have been the first session, by the way. The calendars didn't match. And whatever it may be, the reason. But today, I'm happy that we are doing. I'm more than happy to support Laghu Udyog Bharti, the members. And what we can do is also that, there are many things I write, I share. It's available. I can make some of it available through Mr. Bojraj and Shekhar, where they can share it with other members. And we also do training programs professionally. That's what we do at Institute of Inspiring Innovation. I'm a serial entrepreneur myself, turned innovation coach now. So I help doing training programs in large corporates and also MSMEs, mentor some of these startups, figure out how to monetize ideas, because not all ideas have business in it. At the same time, no idea is a bad idea. So my books are all in that space. And we do training programs. So some of it can be made available for any of your members who are interested to enroll into that. And one of them is going to start on 26th on a little extra, which is a virtual program spread over 3 different sessions and also personal one-on-one coaching virtually. So that's a training program, we organized ones which we keep doing. So you would have many ways of tapping into what we can share and we can do. So that's the little extra that we can do. So I'm more than happy if there is any which way that we can support.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll officially close this session. It was in fact a very, very enlightening talk from you. I'm sure all the members would have been very, very happy. On behalf of LUB members and from the office bearers, thanks a lot to you, sir.
And my wishes to all the LUB members and you all who are putting a little extra effort to make, share this knowledge and, make everybody gain something out of this lockdown itself is an example of a little extra. So continue to be a little extra. Best wishes. Namaste. Thank you so much.
I had one question.
Thank you
Do you
very
think
much.
I can ask one question here?
We can take it offline, sir.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, Naveen. We will share your email ID to all our participants so that if they want to take any guidelines or from the coach point of view, definitely we will share your email ID to all our participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to all our participants, tomorrow we have a program on future foods. Dr. C. Ananda Krishnan, Director, Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, Tanjavur, will be taking a session tomorrow, same time. Thank you very much.
Same time.
No, it is Dr. C. Anant Ramakrishnan.
Yes, sir.
Dr. C. Anant Ramakrishnan, Director, IIFPT, Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, Government of India.